Welcome to This Week in Colorado Soccer. Eric Malloy alongside head coach Danny Sanchez. Coach, 2021, whatever we're calling this season, 25th season of Colorado Soccer underway. A 1-0 victory over Denver, overtime. An own goal, but really the Buffs had a lot of quality chances. Rue Yarnell Williams with a chance really in the first half to kind of put him on the back heel, and just wasn't able to convert. But 7 new faces got their first start for Colorado. Talk a little bit about what you saw out there and talk about the win.
Well, I think it was a tight game. I think maybe a little harsh on Denver. I thought the first half, we came out a little slow. Like I said, Rue had that great chance about 10 minutes in. She rounded the keeper. The credit to their defender for kind of clearing it off the line. But that was kind of it for the first half. Pleased with the second half. I thought we came out with a lot of energy, put more pressure on their goalkeeper. It's always early that it's tough in the final third. That's kind of the piece that comes last. But I thought defensively, we were solid. And then, like you said, the own goal, like I said, a little unfortunate for the Denver player. But we had been putting pressure on, had a couple corner kicks, and you put a ball in a dangerous spot. And like I said after the game, Tessa Barton was behind that player. So when Sophia Weiner served it in, it was kind of pick your poison. And unfortunately for the Denver player, it hit off the back of her head. But it's tough to play your rival in the first game, but we're pleased with the results. And as far as, like you kind of mentioned, the new players, we started 3 true freshmen in there with Lawson Willis and Rachel Rose in the back and Shira James up front. And then obviously Danny Hansen, who's had some experience at Washington, but her first game with the Buffs, and she was solid in goal. And then we had some more players come off the bench. I thought that did a good job. I think especially Jenny Byer. I thought she really calmed down the midfield when she came in there, and being in a new country, only being here for a couple of weeks, I thought she adjusted well. So overall, pleased with the performance on Saturday.
And you even mentioned after the game, you were saying that there were players on the bench that you just couldn't get in the game. It was a good game, and obviously it was an important game against Denver. But you had mentioned that there's still talent on the bench that we haven't even seen yet.
Yeah, no, I think there was a couple freshmen that unfortunately didn't get in. But like I told them, and maybe they listen or maybe they don't. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Well, they're going to watch the show.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they make it to this far into it. I think it is a deep squad, and it's going to be competition. And we're going to change up the lineup a little bit for Northern Colorado this week that we'll talk about in a second. And we'll kind of see where we get, and we'll get into Pac-12 play. We'll find a rhythm, but there's still a lot of competition, which is exciting for the team and exciting for the staff.
We probably won't have a photo of the week every week, but the photo of the week this week was definitely Sophia Weiner's celebration. I mean, she is full-blown, in the air, excitement.
And that's not one of those ones where you run to the corner and you do the rowboat, or you take out the flag and you start singing. That was pure spontaneity, because obviously there was a lot of pressure to get a result. And like you said, Sophia put a ball in a dangerous spot. But, yeah, that might be the photo of the year. And like I always tell the players, sometimes maybe your best moment is your first game of your freshman year. So maybe our best picture of the year is the first game of the season. But I love the picture. I'm not sure who got it for us. I'm sure it's credited on Twitter and
Tony
Instagram.
Harmon with the photo on that one, I believe.
And there you go, a little shout out to Tony Harmon. But yeah, it was a good moment for
her. Danny Hansen, 6 saves. Obviously, JJ Tompkins. You knew that was going to be a tough position to replace. Like you were kind of saying after the game, just needed her to make the saves you're supposed to make and let the defense take care of the rest. And she had a good performance in her first outing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and Denver is such a good possession team. So I thought her communication was very good, along with our back four, and then the players that subbed in the back. Yeah, I mean, I think that first corner kick where she came out and snatched it, I think it gave her a lot of confidence. So she dealt with what she needed to deal with. Her distribution was good out of the back, and like I said, her communication was solid. But that competition's still going. That hasn't changed with Megan Short or Emma Miller. So, but it was a good first performance for Danny.
Well, we did catch up with Danny Hansen after the match. Let's take a listen.
I mean, it's been so long since we actually got to play and stuff, so just being able to be out here and have a few fans was great for the team, and it really helped us push through to victory for sure.
First collegiate start. You put up a 0. It's just over your shoulder there for the Pioneers, not able to get one past you. You had 6 saves on the afternoon. How good was the defense in front of you, and how comfortable did you feel against a pretty good Denver attack?
Yeah, my defense, came through for me big time today. They're really the ones that held us in this game, so all the thanks goes to them for sure. The Denver attack was crafty. I thought we handled it pretty well, though. Communication on the back line was very good throughout the entire game. we had a couple freshmen starting, and they did wonderful back there for me. So all thanks goes to all of them.
All right, so the match was supposed to be on Saturday. It's now on Thursday, so it's like an FA Cup tie or a League Cup match.
Yep.
This is your midweek match. Northern Colorado coming to town noon Thursday. We believe Prentup Field. Just check the website as to where it might be, although you'll just be watching online anyway, so just be sure to go to cubuffs.com/soccer, click on schedule, find the watch link right there next to the Northern Colorado, and watch the game.
You know, I mean, obviously there's a weather issue. Shockingly, in Colorado, it's a 20, 30-degree swing between.
When everybody's complaining that it's 32 degrees on Thursday, remind them it was going to be like 7 on Saturday.
And it's Saturday.
Yes.
So noon at Thursday, pretty much everybody's already working, so it's not a bad time.
We were all in the office anyway.
So we looked at it, and obviously, you know, with Greeley being only about an hour away, and they're very accommodating to move it because we want to be able to play at Prentup. And we want to be able to play where it's a little bit warmer. So the weather looks actually really good on Thursday, high noon. You know, unfortunately it'll still only be kind of a family, immediate family for our players, but at least we'll have some people there, which is great. And like you said, the way to really catch it and stay warm is to catch the live stream. That's first class quality. So we're excited to be battling with the Bears again.
Of your last 4 games, this will be the second one with the Bears. You met them twice last year, beat them in the NCAA tournament in the first round before playing the other UNC 450 days ago now, or whatever, something like that. But just talk about the Bears, and obviously it's a familiar foe, but you've got a different team.
Yeah, I think both teams are really new. I think that we have a lot of respect for Tim and his program. Obviously, NCAA tournament pretty much almost every other year with the Bears, and probably one of the favorites this year for the Big Sky. So, you know, he played Denver in a scrimmage, playing us, get another game in before they kind of get in their Big Sky. But I think obviously they're one of the favorites in the Big Sky. A lot of really good returning players for him, led by Lindsey Jennings in the back, and all conference player Maddie Barco. I believe she was the defensive player of the year in the Big Sky. So they're really solid in the back, a lot of experience in the back, and in goal. And, you know, in the attack, you know, the Taylor Bray and some of their other players are really dangerous. Lexi Poley. They're a team that runs at you. They put you under pressure. They got some flip throws, which you know,
there'll be plenty of room with no bleachers for flip throws, so there's no stopping it.
Plenty of throws. So, you know, I think you can throw out whatever happened last year out the window. It might as well not even happened. And I think that Tim looks at these games, and the UNC players look at this game, and hey, there's nothing to lose. So we have to bring the same energy and focus as we brought in the NCAA tournament. But we're still chomping at the bit. This is only our second game in 15 months. So I expect a really good game against two good teams that are going to come out and play good soccer. So we're excited to be that Tim is – Brera's moved this game and accommodated us to play on Thursday, and you know, and to have a few fans there, we're excited to get the match in.
Game number 2 of the 2021 season, noon Thursday, Northern Colorado, Prentup Field. You can follow Buffs all season long. CUBuffs.com/soccer, and we'll see you next week.